Khurumjari. Dear learners, I am Amom Nandaraj Meetei, your instructor for the Manipuri language. Today, we begin a meaningful journey into the heart of Manipuri writing through the study of Meetei Mayek. The term Mayek means script, so Meetei Mayek literally translates to Meetei script. However, to preserve its indigenous character, we use the original name Meetei Mayek script. As you may know, the alphabet serves as the fundamental building block of every writing system. Likewise, the Meetei Mayek alphabet forms the foundation of Manipuri literacy. It is an elegant and highly systematic script deeply intertwined with the cultural, historical, and intellectual identity of the Manipuri people. In this lesson, we will explore the 27 primary letters known as EPEK, which constitute the core structural elements of the script. Our focus will first be on the numerical consonants as represented in the traditional indigenous letters called Yellow Mayek. We will then examine the derivational letters known as Thangtha Mayek, followed by the loan letters referred to as Apu Mayek. Together, these components reflect the linguistic richness and evolutionary depth of the Meetei Mayek writing system. The traditional indigenous letters known as Yellow Mayek represent the earliest and the most distinctive components of the Meetei writing tradition. Yellow Mayek consists of 18 letters in total, 15 consonants called Mapum Mayek, and 3 vowels known as Khonthok Mayek. Have a look at the traditional indigenous letters known as Yellow Mayek, EPEK, Kok, Sam, Lai, Meet, Pa, Na, Chil, Til, Khâu, Ngâu, Thâu, Wai, Yang, Hu, Un, E, Pham, Atia. This might be new for you. I hope it is. When I went through all these letters, you seemed genuinely amazed, right? Interestingly, the 18 letters of the Yellow Mayek group are each named after elements of human anatomy, revealing a symbolic and culturally significant link between the script and the human body. The first letter, Kok, meaning head, corresponds to the English K with the phonetic value K. Its square form encloses 2 parallel vertical strokes and a diagonal line slanting from the upper right to lower left. The 7 strokes symbolize the 7 clans and their colors, while the diagonal represents a central line of thought. Together, these elements form a compact head-like shape that reflects the letter's pictorial origin. The second letter, Sam, meaning hair, corresponds to the English S and has the phonetic value Sir. Orthographically, this glyph is composed of 2 symmetrical downward curving strokes that diverge from a central upper point, creating a form reminiscent of their parted neatly along the midline. This bilateral contour visually encodes its semantic association and reflects the pictographic origins of Meetei Mayek. The third letter, Lai, meaning forehead, lexically Laibak in Manipuri, corresponds to the English L with the phonetic value la. Its form consists of a vertical stroke that curves smoothly from left to right at the lower end, producing a rounded profile suggestive of the contour of a forehead. The fourth letter mid, meaning eyes, and corresponding to the English M with the phonetic value ma, consists of a horizontal upper bar supported by two vertical stems, from whose lower right a rounded outward curving loop emerges. This blend of angular framing and a curved lower contour gives the glyph an eyes-like visual profile. The fifth letter pa, meaning eyelash, and corresponding to the English P with the phonetic value pa, features a horizontal upper bar supporting two vertical stems, is ending in a sharply carved hook-like terminal. These paired inward sweeps create a balanced eyelash-like contour that reflects the letter's pictorial origin. Now let us turn to the sixth letter na, which literally denotes ear and corresponds to the English N with the phonetic value na. Orthographically, the character consists of a primary vertical stem whose upper segment curves outward to the left, creating a pronounced concave contour on the left side of the glyph. This leftward curvature is the distinctive graphic feature of the letter and motivates its traditional association with the anatomical form of the ear. The seventh letter chil, meaning lips, and corresponding to the English CH with the phonetic value cha, features a wide upper bar from which two symmetrical inward arcing curves descend, each ending in an outward turned hook. A short horizontal connector links the inner sides of the curves, producing a rounded parted outline reminiscent of lips. The eighth letter til, denoting saliva or tongue, and corresponding to the English T with the phonetic value ta, consists of a horizontal upper bar, a rightward looping curve that forms a rounded tongue-like enclosure, and a longer left vertical stroke ending in a sharp hook. The overall form creates an asymmetrical fluid contour. Notable for its flowing contour, the ninth letter khau, denoting throat, and corresponding to the English KH with the phonetic value k, features a horizontal upper bar, a long descending stroke that hooks leftward, and a wave-like curve sweeping to the right before tapering to a point. The undulating form evokes the dynamic shaft of the throat, gracefully rising in a tall frame form. The 10th letter no, denoting pharynx, and corresponding to the English ng with the phonetic value nga, is composed of descending vertical strokes that evoke the pharyngeal passage. A gentle curved hook at the base softens the structure, giving the letter an organic flow that reflects its anatomical meaning. Resembling an open embrace, the 11th letter thou, denoting chest, and corresponding to the English th with the phonetic value th, begins with a broad horizontal stroke at the top, from which a central vertical line descends. At the base, the form opens into two symmetrical curved arms, creating a wide, expanded shape that evokes the chest and its sense of openness and strength. softly enclosing a sentence space, the 12th letter Y, denoting navel or belly, and corresponding to the English W with the phonetic value W, is formed by a top horizontal stroke and two inward curving sides that narrow toward the base, finished with a short diagonal line, an organic shape that reflects the navel or belly. Standing firm like a sentence support, the 13th letter Yang, which literally means backbone and corresponds to the English letter Y with a phonetic value Ya, is shaped around a firm sentence stem, capped by a rounded top with gently curving stalk extending to either side, forming a balanced backbone-like form. Rooted in a sense of support, the 14th letter hook, denoting lower spine and corresponding to the English H with the phonetic value H, opens with a firm horizontal stalk and continues into a long bending curve that loops back inward. The flowing downward form suggests the lower spine, conveying flexibility, balance, and structural strength. Gently layered in form, the 15th letter Un, denoting skin and corresponding to the English U with the phonetic value U, descends from a firm top stalk into smooth overlapping curves, forming a soft, continuous shape that reflects the nature of skin. Although the form does not visually depict blood, the 16th letter E, denoting blood and corresponding to the English I with the phonetic value E, unfolds from a straight upper stroke into a smooth bending curve. The sense of continuous flow and directional movement suggests circulation, creating symbolic association with blood and its life-sustaining role. Symbolizing life's first support, the 17th letter Pham, denoting placenta and corresponding to the English PH with the phonetic value per, begins with a strong vertical frame and extends into gently flowing wave-like strokes. These parallel curves suggest nourishment, connection, and continuity, evoking the placenta as a life-giving source and beginning of growth. Finally, the 18th letter Atya, which literally means sky and corresponds to the English A with the phonetic value A, opens with a wide horizontal stroke that spans like the sky itself, sheltering the vertical lines beneath it. These descending strokes suggest the flow of existence from above to below, while the broad curved base gathers and supports them, forming a sense of completeness. The expansive, enclosing shape logically reflects Atya as a sky, and when understood with Guru and Siddhava, it evokes the all-encompassing presence of the great immortal Atya. A closer look reveals that out of the 18th letters, Un, E, and Atya function as vowels and are collectively known as Khonthok Mayek, while the remaining 15 letters are consonants referred to as Mapum Mayek in Manipuri. Now, let us look at the derivational letters known as Thangtha Mayek. These letters are used to reflect changes in speech sounds that have occurred over time as the Manipuri language evolved. In earlier or classical texts, certain words were written and pronounced differently from how they are used today. For example, the word eating was earlier written and pronounced as sapa, but in modern Manipuri it is used as saba. Such sound changes are represented through derivational letters in Manipuri. There are 5 derivational letters collectively called Thangtha Mayek, Go, Rai, Ba, Zil, Dil. These letters have explained how sounds shape in connected space. For instance, Haisake becomes Haijage, meaning let me tell you please. Mali becomes Mari, meaning for. Amati becomes Amati, meaning one or as for one. In simple terms, derivational consonants show how voiceless sounds change into their voice forms in certain environments. They play an important role in understanding sound patterns and pronunciation in Manipuri. The 19th letter Gok corresponds to the English G with the phonetic value Ga. The 21st letter Rai corresponds to the English R with the phonetic value Ra. The 22nd letter Ba corresponds to the English B with the phonetic value Ba. The 23rd letter Zil corresponds to the English J with the phonetic value Ja. The 24th letter Dil corresponds to the English D with the phonetic value Da. Finally, let's look at another group of letters called Apu Mayek, also known as loan letters. These letters were not originally part of the Manipuri language, but they are used to write words and sound that enter Manipuri letter through contact with other languages. As new objects, ideas, and cultural elements came into use, new words were added to the Manipuri vocabulary. For example, words such as Ghari, meaning wristwatch or clock, Zarab, referring to a thong-type utensil used to pick up fried food from hot oil, Bharat, meaning our country, India, and Dhulok, the traditional Indian percussion instrument, all enter the Manipuri lexicon from outside sources. To represent the sounds in these borrowed words, Manipuri uses 4 loan letters collectively known as Apu Mayek. Let us take a look at these letters. Apu Mayek, Zam, Gau, Dau, Bham. These loan letters have Manipuri adapt smoothly to new words while keeping its writing system clear and expressive. The 24th letter Jam corresponds to the English JH with the phonetic value Ja. The 25th letter Gau corresponds to the English GH with the phonetic value Ga. The 26th letter Dau corresponds to the English DH with the phonetic value Dha. The last 27th letter Bam corresponds to the English BH with the phonetic value Ba. Put it all the 3 groups together, we finally have the full 27 Meetei script. Let me read out the 27 EPEX arranged beautifully in 9 rows of 3 letters is Kok, Sam, Lai, Meet, Pa, Na, Chil, Til, Khâu, Ngâu, Thâu, Wai, Yang, Huk, Un, I, Pham, Atia, Gok, Jam, Rai, Ba, zil, dil, gau, dhau, bham. These letters are the heart of the script, and mastering them will open doors to reading and writing Manipuri with confidence. In this lesson, we explore the 27 primary letters of Meetei Mayek, known as Mayek. The full Meetei Mayek script comprises 27 primary letters, Mayek, 7 lonesome Iyek, partially released or unreleased letters, 7 Saitap Iyek, the secondary symbols or matras used to form vowel sounds. In the upcoming lessons, we will continue with the remaining components of the script. Dear learners, learning a new script can feel challenging at the beginning, but each letter you master brings you one step closer to confidence and fluency. Celebrate every small achievement. Take pride in every word you can now read. And always remember, you are engaging with a script that carries centuries of knowledge, identity, and culture and beauty. Let's continue this journey with joy and confidence. Thagachari.